Up guys, how's it going? Today is going to be a collaboration between me and Mula Draws. Mula Draws is this really badass art channel, and I'm going to link you on the page and put that up there. So check out that channel right there. It has some awesome artwork, and they are going to color it while I actually draw it out. So today I'm going to be drawing Captain America. I'm going to be using a #2 pencil, like a regular one, not even a drawing pencil. You know what I'm saying? And a kneaded eraser, and I'm going to be using a Copic marker. It's one, let me see, if you want the number, it's 110. I don't know if it's a cold or warm. It's basically black though. It's not really a warm or cold or anything, but that's what I'm going to be using. Let me sharpen the image. Alright, so let me start out with a pencil, and I am going to start with a very, hold on one second. My head hurts. Very simple structure. I'm going to start with the head right here. Ball for the head. I'm going to find the line down to the center of the body. I'm going to draw across to find the shoulders. Draw down just the edge over here, trying to find where his arm's going to be. I'm going to draw some of his shield over here. He's carrying it. Yeah, I might have to move up and down the picture because I'm limited on space with the desk that I have. But and I don't want to draw any smaller. Over here, finding the other arm. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the rib cage. Going to find the rib cage to get the general mass. Find the rhythm from the shoulder down to the center of the line. By the way, these are all ambiguous. You know, these are all things subject to change. And if you want to know anything about these, go back to my older videos, and I go over everything I'm talking about here. You know, like rhythms and just kind of general, like how you split the body up. I'm going to find the thickness of the arm, putting a cylinder there, just a general thickness. Finding the elbow over here, general thickness of this arm. The head. Splitting the head into thirds, kind of, right here, yeah. Find the kind of the pectoralis. I'm gonna move the center line a little bit over. Finding the bottom of the pec over here. It's gonna be around this area. Shoulder. Gonna split out where the shoulder is gonna be. See, a lot of it is actually, you know, just like I'm planning. I'm planning before I commit to anything. All these lines are erasable. You know, kind of going down soft. I'm not digging into the paper itself. Corner of his rib cage. Got his belts over here. He's got kind of a belt with a utility belt almost. Legs down here. See, I don't know if that's within camera shot though. It's not. So, but I'll be moving up and down the figure. So, just so you see the bottom of it here. Let me move this up a little bit. See that? You know what I mean? Go over here to its forearm. I can give him his fist over here. So let me go back up to the face because that's the first thing we're going to take care of. And depending on how the face goes, that will affect the figure itself, you know. I'm going to try to map out the face now. I'm going to do a little darker and moodier also, Captain America. I'm going to give him more shadow over his eyes, but I'm not going to put that in yet. Just trying to figure out the framework to the head now alone. You know, now I'm kind of zooming into the head and trying not to work out those proportions before I go into, you know, into the head with more detail, because I'm gonna be going into it with marker. You know what I'm saying? I'm going with that Copic marker after this, so I gotta make really good sure I'm not, you know what I'm saying, gonna screw this up, so because I can't erase with a marker. His chest needs to be bigger a little bit. Alright, I got a general framework, and for me, what I would recommend for other people is I would actually go into the features of the face more, you know, more definite. But I'm gonna kind kind of throw caution to the wind and try to go right in and start the features, start the permanent features right off the bat. And the thing about this Copic is it has two sides to it. It has this kind of thin side right here, kind of more brush side, and it has this really thick side. I'm gonna go with obviously a thin side for now. I have to be careful because it doesn't have the stability that a regular pen does. I might also have a 1 second. For really fine detail, I might use this fountain pen as well, because that would blend in. Because I'm just figuring out right now that this is not. I don't think this is going to be a fine enough tip. So what I'm doing right now is I'm tracing out the shadow pattern. I'm like mapping out the shadow pattern first, you know, before I commit to filling in any shapes, you know. Because once you have that stuff mapped out and then all you have to do is fill it in, it's like it really takes a lot off your mind. And like I'm looking for the large dark shapes. That's really what I'm thinking in my mind. Looking at the chest right now, I think I might have to expand this side of the chest a little bit. So, probably going to do that. I'm also really using the thick to thinness of this marker. You know what I mean? Because it has this brush tip to it, I can do this pushing. Let me use another paper without. How do I show this without damaging this picture? So let me see. I'm doing this kind of thing where like it's light and then I'm pushing on it. See how it gets thicker and then I lighten it up, thicker and then lighten it up. I'm kind of using that aspect of the of this marker. Continuing to kind of work my way down here to locate the shadow patterns of where things are mapped out. Thinking about really strongly about anatomy because that's really what's going to guide my way through a lot of these shadow patterns. Finding the outer contour of the arm there. I think like the arm is probably one of the easier things to draw because I think you can. There's not. I don't know. It's a little different than the face. It's a little. There's less defining characteristics. You know, the arm is so much easier because it's cooler. At least for me, I find like the arm is like really cool. You know, the muscles on the arm for. Hold on. I was gonna say that part's not coming out on camera. Let me do the top first, and then I'll go to the arm. But with the arm, what like I was saying was the arm is really cool. You know, almost every superhero I have, they got crazy looking biceps, right? You always see that. So it's really easy for me to draw the arm. I think, you know, usually, you know, it just seems like, dang, that's pretty cool. Whatever you enjoy to draw, you're probably going to draw it, you know, a lot better, usually, you know. You'll have more interest in it. Not drawing his mask on, I'm ignoring his mask, I hope you notice that. I'm going to put it on at the end, because the mask is so conformed to his face, you know. It's so up against his face that I figure I can do it after. Be careful with the top of his head there. Ugh, I'm sorry. I'm working on a really bad desk right now. I usually work on a bad desk. Actually, I don't really have a good desk for drawing. because limited on the space that I have. It's a computer desk, so I just kind of pull out the, where you put the keyboard on, and I'm drawing on that. Not really made for drawing. I mean, you can draw. Don't get me wrong. You can draw anywhere you want. Don't let that be an excuse. But I mean, it'd be cooler for showing on camera. Would be probably a bigger desk, a bigger setup. We're gonna connect that. I don't know if you remember when I said draw through the form. I'm trying to think like that. Although this is kind of, I don't know, like an ink blot right there at the top of his head. I wish was not there. I screwed up on, but I gotta let it go. All right. Now let's get to the lower part. Let me see. Can you see that? All right. Let's look at the lower part. Gonna take care of that hand. So now I'm going into the belt, you know what I mean? Trying to think of these little pouches he has over here. And basically I'm thinking of them as little flat boxes almost. And he's got a lot of different designs, but I'm just going to give him like a regular kind of belt buckle. The middle there. And that belt buckle is going to be kind of annoying, I think, to draw with this particular brush. And I'm going to think of it as just a square within other squares. Drawing his legs over here, or at least kind of a, yeah, like his waist down. Oh, I forgot to draw his abdominals there. Ribcage, abdominals. Those abs. Serratus muscles over here. And I'm not really sure about the shadow pattern is going to be something like that. I'm not even mapping out fully the abdominal shadow muscles there. Let me go to the other side over here, other side of his arm. Watch out. For some reason I was just automatically making his arm shorter on this side. So I'm adjusting that. And then I'm going to draw the shield over here. Try to hit that in one stroke. It is kind of a mechanical. It's not mechanical, I guess, but it's. I already see I hit the edge of the paper. It's, you know, kind of the man-made item, so it's not organic. You can't flub the organicness of it. And I gotta fix this over here. I made the arm too small, so I'm gonna try to make it look like that's in the shadow pattern. Now I'm starting to fill it in here a little bit. Go back up, look through the whole thing in terms of mapping it out. Alrighty. Gotta connect some stuff over here. Now I'm gonna go in with that other pen. It's a fountain pen. It's nothing really special. This is just like, if you want to know what it's called, a Uniball Echo, some ECO. It's just a fountain pen, and I want to go in here and I want to map out more stuff. Like, there's a space right here of light because the shadow doesn't cover the entire side of the face. Gonna draw on his mask with it. Follow the bridge. It's gonna conform to the face. Okay, now I'm trying to see where I stand on this. It's a little piecey, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to I'm almost trying to treat it like I just received this from somebody else and I'm going to fix it, you know? So that's kind of the way I'm trying to think about it right now. I'm taking the kneaded eraser. Obviously, you got to wait till the marker dries, though. That's a big one. Taking the eraser, and I'm erasing all the pencil lines. It'll make it messier, less messy, so I can kind of have room to mess around with. I would even almost recommend at this point, if you're at this point, just get up and leave for a while. Go out for about an hour, then come back. Because I feel like you get a fresh eye perspective on the drawing itself when you do that. You get a fresh eye view. So now I'm going to imagine that I just got this right now. I'm going to be using this fountain pen to kind of mess around with it. So let's see. Let me zoom way in so you see what I'm doing. See, lines are a little wobbly, and I kind of don't like that. That's my issue. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot the A on his head. Wow, that's a big one. I'm going to actually draw that back. I'm going to pull back the pencil there and draw that because I don't want to mess up on that. Basically, it's a square, and I cut into that square. The A. I don't think he had that in the movie, huh? He never had that A on his head. I guess it looks really strange if it's not in the comic. pulling lines right there. I'm gonna say just with one stroke. Try to do it with one stroke if you can. Also, I can't let it linger because if I let the pen linger for a second, it'll start bleeding. You see that? Like a blotch. Oh, I hate this line over here. There's a blotch over there. Let me turn this sideways. I'll straighten out that line there. Alright. Oh yeah, wow, I'm forgetting everything. There's a star on his chest. I gotta do that. Draw that with that's a good example of drawing through the form, you know? Just doing that star. Draw through the form. I'm gonna turn the paper here so I can again, so I can kind of get the right angle to that. And I'm kind of messing up this star. That sucks. Don't like that star at all. Messed that up. Whatever. Whatever. I'll let it go. His chest comes through. Let me wait till that dries and then I'll erase the pencil lines there. I like the way that shadow pattern looks over there. I might just cover up that entire shoulder. I'm thinking about it right now. Not sure if I will. I'm gonna leave it there for now, but I am watching it. Over here, this side, I'm gonna split the shoulder. To the split the deltoid, I mean. Okay, this one's gonna be crazy hard. Doesn't have to be though. But I have to take out my pencil to trace that in there. I didn't want to do all three. I tried one. It went alright, but trying to pull it in one stroke. It's a little weird, but it's a little off there. Throw the pencil out of the way. Let me turn this so it's a little more natural for me to boom, I missed it. Did you see that? That's a massive mistake. I completely missed it there. Let me go to and grab the eraser, and I'm going to erase this star now that it should be dried. Erase any other pencil lines I'm looking at. Actually, that thing dries faster than I thought. I'm erasing that. I just did it. So. I'm going to draw the edge of that star too. Not digging that way the pattern I did there. Sometimes too, it depends what you want to do. Like right there I made another mistake. But depends what you want to do. You can either commit to it. You can either be like that's wrong, so I'm going to make it really wrong, and I'm going to really bold it in there. You know, because let's say it's in the wrong place. and you really make it permanent, you can do that. Sometimes it looks better. It's almost like you knew what you were doing, even though you kind of messed up. Or that is still better than having like a really scribbly line, where you're trying to move it over but you couldn't. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes there's mistakes that you try to make them seem like they were on purpose, if that makes sense. I hope that kind of makes sense. Gonna go down to the hand. Drawing the hand of the fist there. Let's see, what's the hand? Fill that in there. Give it more shape. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna find the knuckles here, filling that in more. Fat pad of the hand. Still stuff I don't like about this hand a lot, actually. There's a lot of stuff. I'm going to try to get rid of that, too. See how much I can get rid of and still leave there. That looks really weird. I'm going to go back to the big marker. And the reason that looks weird because it's a floating shadow pattern. It's floating out there like an island. It needs something to connect it. So I'm going to connect it with a shadow from here. Looks like this whole thing's actually getting shadow. Don't make shadow patterns float. That usually looks odd. And over here, I'm going to actually submerge this entire hand in shadow. And that is a cop-out for sure, but I'm going to do it. So hopefully you can see that. Sometimes I have to get up because I'm doing something and I don't realize it's off camera. Sorry about that. Alrighty. You can kind of do some of the shield itself too if you want. Put one of those. My marker's dying. Not good. Alright, let me pull back. Whoops, table blocking it. And that is Captain America. That is the collaboration. If you want to see the color version, I'm going to link it because pretty soon it'll be up. And the link to that is right on the page. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. I'll talk to you later, and I'll see you soon.